And I'm here. Hello, friends. Cassandra Joan Butler, Agent 56, with you for Cosmic Connections. Today, the day after the lunar eclipse in Taurus. And what does that mean? What does that mean for you? I invite you to the party and come on in. And we're going to be talking about the eclipse tonight and also do spiritual messages. We do this. We're going to really try to do this every week. However, I'm going to be taking an extended pilgrimage, as it were, in a couple of weeks, and I'll tell you more about that in my newsletter. I want to belabor it, but I will be gone. Next week, I'll be back, and then I'll be off for 3 weeks. And I'm going to be working with and enjoying the people who wrote the book Sacred Commerce. I think that's very appropriate, right? Sacred Commerce during this Taurus North Node. And we're going to be going through Egypt and doing some amazing work. I want to actually do a shout out to Rowan Gabrielle. She's the author of the book Sacred Commerce. So I'll be sharing all of that with you because we're still going to be in North Node Taurus for a while. But my question for you tonight, friends, is have you yet received a shift in consciousness that has surprised you? The essence of any lunar eclipse, especially this one, is about expect the unexpected. Good evening, Sean and Nancy and Rose and Joan and Jody and Sarah. Thank you for being here. Hello from Sydney, Sarah. Yeah, let us know where you're calling in from. Hi, Diane. Good evening. Hello, Nora. Great to see you, friends. Hi, Jill. Hi, Terry. Good evening, Retta. And so we're really going to talk about this concept of unexpected because we had the solar eclipse on the 25th of October, and a lunar eclipse is the opportunity to see in the dark and perhaps to be a little illuminated and to receive some information that's relative to the concept and the themes of Taurus Scorpio. Now, Taurus, of course, is your abundance, and Scorpio is your ability to transform and also your ability to create intimate relationships, soul relationships with others. And so let's just kind of put our thinking caps on and I put this out to you. The lunar eclipse is an opportunity for us to regard a polarization in our feelings about these issues, about a sexual relationship, an intimate relationship, about the way you're managing your resources, the way you're building wealth, the way you're managing your wealth. How do you want to shift in many ways? All right. So those are some of the themes. And I know we're talking to people across the world, but people in the US are, I think, just trying to put all the pieces together with the midterm elections, which had been touted as the red wave interpretation. That would mean that the Republicans would win more seats. And there's 2 more elections that are not quite complete and there might be close to call, but that didn't really occur. It was more of a meme than an actuality. So I would say this to you. We're talking about eclipse energy. If you expect something else may occur, right? And this is both in consciousness and in the external world. So for those of us who are feeling happy about the election's results, okay, did you expect them to be in this way? Those of us who are feeling saddened or disappointed, did you expect it that way? And keep in mind that this eclipse's Sabian symbol could not be more appropriate to an election that was highly contested across the United States of America. The Sabian symbol was a symbolic battle between the torches and the wands. Very interesting, Sabian symbol. Let's bring some slides into the room, and I'll go a little bit more deeper with the eclipse energy. Again, welcome all. Welcome, dear friends. Thank you, John and Amy and Louise. Hello from Florida. Our prayers to our Florida friends. we understand that in some parts, although I talked to someone from Florida today in Miami, and she said, it's just not a big deal. But, weather, expect the unexpected, can often change, just like in politics. Louise, hello, Linda. Hello, everyone. Hi, Amy. Thank you for sharing, Miss Paula. Sharing is caring. If you are inspired by my weekly webcast, please do share, and you can win prizes. Hi, Jill. Hello. Okay, you're calling. How are things down in Florida, Jill? Please give us a report. Are you okay? Is everyone, what's the tone in Florida right now? Thank you for sharing, Christine. Eva, this is a very important eclipse for you. Hi, Tracy from Myrtle Beach. Be safe with your friends. Love to you all indeed. Hi, Janet. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Kim. Hello, hello. Hi, Louisa. Hello, Christy, Susie. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Your birthday's tomorrow. Happy birthday, Scorpio Sheila. Hi from California, Susie. All right, friends, let's take a look at this eclipse slide. And for those of you who are astrologers or new to astrology, I try to keep it really Reader's Digest version. So I'm going to give you some nuggets for your consideration in just a few moments. But I'm going to speak a little astrologies right now to you. So this eclipse, lunar eclipse, was extremely potent because all eclipses are expect the unexpected. But because we also had the planet Uranus in the same degree as the moon, as it was disappearing and eclipsing, this is like a double whammy of unexpected energy. And Uranus likes to break up the status quo. Right? Uranus is the rebel. Uranus is the energy of the maverick, the genius. We all have Uranus somewhere in our charts, and that's the dollop of unusual eccentricity that we all carry, which we all carry, something very unique. So we had Uranus right next to the moon. You can see this in the chart, and opposite the sun, of course. We also had that this eclipse configuration was squaring, and a square is a 90-degree angle of tension and internal pressure, was also squaring the Aquarian Saturn. And we've all been living through Aquarian odd times since 2020 because Saturn has been in the sign of Aquarius since 2020. And as a result, we are, what comes out of our mouths? I mean, wherever you are on the planet, we are living in strange times. So this eclipse was actually bolstering the status quo planet Saturn with Uranus. This has been a theme all of the past 20 months, very strong in October, the first week of October, but the eclipse was also triggering this as well. So there's a lot of potent energy for change and breakthrough. Change and breakthrough. One of the configurations, I like to use the asteroids. And one configuration, which is really interesting, no matter what your stance, no matter what's going on in your life, what will help each of us is the Mars retrograde trining Vesta. Now, Vesta is the spiritual theme or energy of doing whatever it takes to tie into the God of our understanding through ritual, through sacrifice, through prayer, meditation, movement, walking in the woods, what have you. So Mars is trining that, an easy flow of energy to Vesta, but Mars is retrograde. So I think the message for all of us is to get back, go backwards in your mind, go backwards and reinvigorate that which makes you feel safe spiritually. All right. For me, I discovered some of the old music I used to love back 20 years ago, 30 years ago, actually. And I've been playing it on my old LPs. And it's really been giving me George Winston. Any George Winston fans out there? Does anyone know the name George Winston? He used to play beautiful piano music. And I've been replaying that. It's taking me right back to Burlington, Vermont in the late 80s. I'm thinking, oh, that was such a potent time in my life in terms of spirituality. Truth be known, my Neptune was being activated at that time in my life. Well, in any case, so that is a good calling card, a good practice for us all. And you might go backwards to something that gave you solace and peace and bliss in previous times to bolster yourself, bolster your spirit, and to give you a sense of hug from the numinous, so shall we say. So this was the eclipse action, and wherever it falls in your chart, my hunch is that it's helping you become illumined or enlightened to some aspect of yourself, and really play around with a way not to be polarizing in your own mind and in your own bodies. Again, the Sabian symbol, the battle between the torches and the swords. And so we want to get away from the polarization. We've been living in polarization for way too long. You could even make an argument since 2017. But this is a lightning rod of an eclipse. Because it's lunar, it's stirring up our emotions. All right, so just become very aware of that. Well, you're never late for us, Beth. Welcome. Hi, Melissa, Linda. You've been playing your vinyls and loving the memories. Beautiful. Diane, isn't that fun? I mean, we can. Oh, Janet knows George Winston. Okay. All right. Fabulous. His winter album is out of sight. Yeah, baby. I love that, Louise. Okay. Always welcome. 33. Okay. Thanks, Sam. Good evening. Yes, powerful eclipse energies. Do share if you like. Do share. Buenas noches from Bolivia. Hello there, Maurice. Okay, Melissa has her beautiful Libra rising, Scorpio sun, and Sag moon. You are a force to be reckoned with, Melissa. That's me, except I have a Virgo moon. Scorpio sun, Libra rising. Hi, Christy. Your moon is at 16 degrees of Taurus. Christy, can you share? Has this been a week for you? Wow. I'm glad to see you all. Wanda, welcome. We're all new to astrology, even though some of us have been studying for 40 years, because that's the coolest thing about astrology. We can always learn from it. Always learn. Again, if you're just popping in, this is Cassandra Joan Butler from Buffalo, New York. And I'm also on the wonderful Cosmic Intelligence Agency platform tonight. And I'm a proud Asian 56. And I do know they're having an exciting new seminar on Eros. Eros, right? E-R-O-S. Love through the sexual energies. And that's a perfect theme for these eclipses, my dear friends, because we are in Scorpio, which is one of the signs of sex. Yes, indeed, right? Because sex is also a sign of death. And make it simple for you guys. Sex and death are the biggest mysteries on the planet, right? They really are. Sex, death, and taxes. And we're in the Scorpio time of the year, and the Taurus is shining and reflecting this energy on us with this beautiful eclipse energy that just occurred yesterday. So here's some nuggets for you. I call them nuggets. This is really simple astrology, but just see if you find some meaning in them. And again, I welcome you sharing this in real time. So if you're Aries or Aries rising, this energy is illuminating you and inspiring you to develop your skills, your resources, to perhaps even develop a new income stream. It's about abundance, Aries. It's about you taking a stand and saying, I know how to do a lot of different things. I can create a new income stream for myself. And darn it, I'm proud of my achievements. So that's for our Aries friends. For Taurus, all eyes are on you. This eclipse is a very powerful one. It was a powerful one on the 30th of April this past year. Remember, the North Node for all of us, those are the North Node, and the eclipses are visual reminders of the passing of the nodes, are focused in Taurus. Taurus rules, among other things, food, clothing, shelter, your basic Maslow's needs, keeping things safe. And of course, worldwide, we are having a lot of difficulties with basic needs, and even more so every 18 years when the North Node is in Taurus. So you Taurus, beautiful people, rising sign or sun signs, are saying, you know what, I can do these things. I can create more charismatic leadership in my life, and I can take responsibility for my responsibility of my authentic self and move forward with greater confidence. So all eyes are on the Taurus risers or Taurus sun signs. If you are Gemini, you may be feeling this illumination to spend more time in retreat, in reflection, perhaps praying, meditating, getting away from it all, right? Gemini can be feeling a little out of sorts with this beautiful lunar eclipse. They're really doing some soul searching, and that's okay. And you might be illuminated within your soul, Gemini, that you didn't know this before this week. You didn't know this part of yourself. And perhaps you can search in the deepest part of yourself to make a connection to the God of your understanding, because I think that's one of the themes for our beautiful Gemini brothers and sisters. For Cancer or Cancer rising, this energy is all about connecting with like-minded friends, connecting with your tribe, finding the people who commiserate in the same way that you do, the people who love what you like to do, and to really feel comfortable and confident in society. You know, sometimes you feel a little shy, especially the Cancers or Cancer risers. This eclipse is saying, let's stir it up. Let's get out there. Let's meet some new people. Let's be confident in the way we are socializing and networking. For the Leo or Leo rising, wow, this is a fantastic eclipse for you to look and visualize and illuminate a new way of being in the world through your career or through some sort of leadership opportunities, perhaps starting a new community service or volunteering, Leo. Take the lead. You are a leader. For Virgo or Virgo rising, anything having to do with communication of the highest order, writing, speaking, marketing, and standing by your own beliefs with a lot of fearlessness. That's what I would say to our Virgo friends. For Libra or Libra rising, you're digging deep into your soul with this eclipse and saying, you know what? I need to make changes in my life. I please, God of my understanding, illuminate what I need to do to create a more fulfilling life for myself so that I'm able to be care for others, but not be, caught up in their dramas, to have boundaries and to care perhaps from a distance. Because this lunar eclipse for Libra is asking you to release, let go, and surrender to that which you cannot control. That's the message for our Libra friends. For Scorpio or Scorpio rising, it's all about who's your BFF, who's your significant other, who can you call in the middle of the night, and they'll take your call and help you out with a car problem or whatever. You're the person that you call on. This is illuminating for the Scorpios. And by the way, Scorpio, it's also asking you to be a partner to those people, to help the people that you care about and to uplift them. For Sagittarius or Sagittarius rising, it's all about self-care, taking care of yourself in a new way. Perhaps you've been saying, dragging your feet. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to eat right. Past the Halloween candy. But Sagittarius, this eclipse is illuminating what you need to do to make yourself healthier. All right? Shaking you up. And you're rebuilding with the Saturn square. Your health prognosis and your health care. For Capricorn or Capricorn rising, the eclipse is asking you to get creative and to get happy. Follow your bliss, follow your joy, Capricorn. Let your hair down. Don't worry about what people say or do or think, and just have some fun. For Aquarius or Aquarius rising, it's time with this eclipse to start at base camp. You may have had some disappointments with this eclipse. You want to start over again, go to the base camp of your soul or literally your home and saying, okay, I've got to redo this. I've got to make some changes and make things right. For Pisces or Pisces rising, you're being called to manage your time better. The illumination is, time is it's time and money, right? Time is about our resource. We have only so much time in a day. And Pisces is saying to themselves, I don't want to waste time. I want to do something different with my life. And I want to manage my schedule so I have more bliss and free time. All right. So those are just some little nuggets for you to reflect on. And I would love to get some feedback from you all. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. That's you, Aries. Good evening. The numbers in the boxes, Kim, that's my, those are my cheat notes, right? The numbers in the boxes simply mean the houses of life. So when I see 12, I see the 12th house, and then I'm able to talk about the 12th house meaning, because that's where the eclipse was falling in that particular sign, which in this case would have been Gemini's. Okay, and that's how people write horoscopes, you know. I mean, I do write some horoscopes for a publication out in the Midwest. Been doing that 30 years. Pathfinder News, you can check it out online, and other places as well. Okay, that makes sense for you, Lucy. Very good. You've been picking your camera up. Fantastic, Nora is a fantastic photographer. Time management for Lucy. Okay, you got a triple Leo. Very strange dreams. Interesting, Beth. We'd like to see what else was happening in your 12th house. Time will never return. Exactly, John. Very strong words. Yeah, you started writing horoscopes this way too, Chastity. Yeah, do it this way, darling. Absolutely. All right, friends. So, by the way, Holly, just the nugget for you, since you just asked, Leo, it's all about shining and envisioning yourself out there in the outer world with your career and visualizing leadership for that. Thank you very much, Sam. This is a gift from my dear friend, Patricia. You know what? I'm so glad you mentioned the necklace, because I have some really exciting news to share with you all. Starting on, oh dear, let me get my calendar. Starting once a month, I'm going to be doing some classes aboard Lilydale. Y'all know Lilydale, right? If not, I know we have people from around the world here, but Lilydale is the spiritualist capital of the world. And me and Dr. Reverend Patricia Bell will be doing an astrology cafe, chit-chatting about astrology. And our first is the third Sundays of the month, and we're starting November. Okay, so I think it's the 20th. I'm sorry, I don't have my calendar. But I'll let you know next week. I'll remind you on that. I'm also on a team wanting to remind you all, you're all invited to go on a wonderful mind, body, spirit cruise. And that's taking place in January. And we're going to have some fantastic astrologers aboard ship. We're going to be doing some great astrology work, healing work, Reiki work, fun work. We're going to have fun. And that includes Ann Orderly and Sam Reynolds, Patricia Bell, Angie Apt, a wonderful medium, registered medium from Lilydale. So a lot of really cool things to share with you all. And my details are on my website. So please go to Cassandra Joan Butler for those details. And also, if you are inclined to do a deeper dive into the eclipse energy for your own personal chart and receive a spiritual message during class, I'm doing a class tomorrow night, 7 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. We're no longer daylight time. And that starts at 7 tomorrow night. And I work with your charts and do spiritual messages. Speaking of thanking you for sharing this in real time, whoever gets called on, I'm going to give you a Lunar Lights membership for a month, so you can see how that works. And the winner tonight, I'm close my eyes, is, I got a blank. Okay, is Tracy Paul Novilla. Tracy, are you here? Novilla? Tracy, are you here tonight? Tracy Paul Novilla. And I don't know if I have your email, but if you don't have, I don't have your email, I will absolutely get in touch with you and give you a Lunar Lights Club thing. Oh, okay, Kim, big hugs to you. Take care. All right. Okay, thank you, Susan. Thank you for sharing. All right, we're going to do a little spiritual work now. And how that works is I close my eyes, and whoever's in the room, I'm able to give us some spiritual messages. All right. And alrighty. Okay. So, dear God, please allow me to serve. Please allow my words be filled with love and light, truth, inspiration, and healing. For the highest and for the best, as we align ourselves with the Holy Spirit. And the person my thumb went to is Maria Corey Pecora. Maria, I'm with you. Are you in the room? Are you in the room, Maria? Someone just asked me where the cruise is going. We're going to the Bahamas, we're going to Jamaica, we're going to Haiti, and yeah, all the above. And it's a 6-day trip. And okay, Maria, you're here. And so again, please check out my website for details, and also please check out for all sorts of goodies on the website. Maria, as I'm tuning into your energy, I'm very aware of someone from the other side of life who loved violin music. They may have even played violin music, kind of classical, but not exclusively classical music. I'm almost like hearing the violins, very sweet, soulful, romantic music. And if they didn't play the instruments, they certainly, as a little girl, you picked up these tones and these themes, and it was a very wonderful thing. I feel I'm with a grandfather who's loving this music, but it's just in the air. Does that make sense to you, Maria? Okay. And as I'm also the message from this individual, and it does feel like a grandfather, but it could be just a great uncle or something. But I'm just hearing the music. Let me give you some more information, please. And I'm really back in your childhood. You might not even have known this person, but when you were visiting in his home, there was that sense of peace and music constantly. But the spiritual message for you, Maria, is that you are trying to determine how to rev up your own creative abilities. I'm not saying it has to be music, but you're needing, I think the eclipse is helping you with this, to make time for you to find some peace with your own spiritual pursuit of creativity. And it feels like things are often cut short in your life, that you're in, many of us are, myself included, are in almost a survival pattern, right? We have to work or make food or take care of our family. But the message is very distinctly stop and listen to the music. Make the music, make the creativity. I'm also with you, Maria. I want to say that there's a trip that's coming up that you've been on the fence about, but you're going to go ahead and take it regardless. And it's going to be one of those excursions that gives you such inspiration. And even though there might be a little bit of a sacrifice, either in time or treasure, or to do this particular, I get the word, it might be more of a teaching vacation or learning vacation, you won't regret it. And I'll leave that with you, Maria. I'd love some feedback. Love some feedback. Okay. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Louise. We just got word. Oh dear. Prayers to the Bahamas right now. And South Florida is getting slammed right now. Beth, thank you for that. And we'll just kind of take a deep breath, friends, and just, what can we do? We can just send our best and our highest to people who are suffering in this moment. Okay, you're welcome, Maria. Okay, I'm going to do another read here. And okay, I have Lynn Palmer. Lynn Palmer, I'm with you. Lynn, as I'm tuning into your energy tonight, I'm very aware of you as being something of a caretaker or helping other people when they are in physical distress. I'm not saying you're a nurse. I'm not saying necessarily you're a caretaker, but that when you do that job, and maybe you've just recently been helping caretake with a relative, you are extraordinarily kind and sensitive, hand-holding, supportive care. Anything like that happening with you, Lynn, most recently? The other thing is, I would say about you, Lynn, with this caretaking, there's someone who wants to thank you for being at her bedside when she was going through her transition. And this, I'm not sure who this person is, but she had, in her heyday, very long hair, very kind of blonde, brown hair, and a very sweet soul who was always giving. And she feels like a relative, but even if it was a relative, I'm not getting a name. I'm getting the sound of an N sound. Could be like a Nancy, a Nellie, something like this. I'll just leave that with you. And then the other thing, Lynn, for you presently, you're tying up a lot of loose ends in your life, relationship wise. And this message from Spirit is that you don't have to, even in changing a relationship around, it doesn't have to be, I never want to see you again, but things are shifting and I need to express this to you. And I want to go back to April of this past year with you, Lynn, that you did something very extraordinary. Maybe for one of the first times, you set your goals, spiritual goals, and they started to manifest for you. And there's more goals that you're setting right now with this eclipse and the solar eclipse 2 weeks ago that are also going to plant seeds and start taking root by the spring of next year. So I wonder if that makes sense to you, Lynn. I would love some feedback. All right. All right, dear friends. I'm glad that we're able to spend a little time together tonight. And I do hope to see you next week. Reminders, Cosmic Intelligence Agency is a fantastic platform, in my estimation, the best on the planet, to derive and to learn and to expand your astrological skills, either as a member or taking the different classes. I had sent the link earlier. I'm going to send it right now. And so please do check it out. And check out my website as well, Cassandra Joan Butler. And if you can, maybe I'll see you tomorrow night on Thursday for the lunar eclipse, a deeper dive. And we do look at your chart and everyone gets a spiritual message as well. Okay. Okay. Thank you, dear friends. Blessings to you. Love ya. We'll see you next Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Have a great week.